Hello, and welcome to Called to Homeschool, episode number 258. This is a fun episode where we're going to be talking about May's lessons plans, but I am just going to give them to you today. So you can go ahead and download the full lesson plans, everything. There'll be a link in the show notes. There will be a link on my Instagram, an email list, all those types of things to give you a link to be able to download the lesson plans for free. But I thought it'd be fun to still kind of go over them with you. So homeschooling, I know sometimes in May you can feel burned out, you can feel completely overwhelmed, all those types of things. And so this is a very simple and doable schedule. If you want to just kind of finish up with what you have, do that. But if you're like, this would be fun to add in a little bit, then go ahead and add this in. So we have homeschooling in May. So what I have done is I've written an introduction that comes apart with every stinking download and all those types of things with all the lesson plans. And in the introduction, it gives a lot of a foundation of how to create an awesome homeschool and some different things like that. So my philosophy with homeschool is heart, habits, home. So connecting with their hearts, creating good habits, working on things of the home and the family equals a dreamy homeschool. So the introduction breaks that all down and talks about the parts of the heart that we can really connect with and how we can do those types of things, what we can do with habits and how we can help them create awesome habits and how we can help run the home, all those awesome things. But I wanted to add in a little bit more. So I have those in there. How to understand the lesson plan, what level is your child on, floors and ceilings, all these are awesome. And then I've had things in there like what language arts programs I enjoy, different things you can do with that, math. But I wanted to add in writing and art. So some different ideas that you can do for your child. So these lesson plans that I am creating are not going to they may have some art in it, but now I'm going to more turn it over to you. So they're going to be more foundational and then allow you the space to be inspired, to create, and to add into things that you want to do into your lesson plans. So without further ado, let's talk about some of the things I have for May. I thought it would be really fun to do a read aloud that is just fun and enjoyable. One of my kids that I got my kids to really love reading aloud with was Pippi Longstocking. So if you already have some Pippi Longstocking books, pick one of those. If not, I have one that I've recommended on here. That is a ton of fun. Just keeping it lighthearted. People are excited. I know maybe you're feeling burned out or tired or all those types of things, but it's the home stretch, Mama. You have got this. So for all my lesson plans, I usually have a habit or a skill that we're working on, right? So we go through the successful six. So 1 month was finances, then we had emotions, mental, physical, social, and last month was spiritual. So for this month, we're just going back to reviewing the basics. And part of one of the days of what you're doing is just reviewing the skills that you want your kids to have. So if that's to get up and get ready and to make their bed or help clean the house, whatever the skills are that you are in your home, actually creating a homeschool day for that, right? So that may look like meeting together. If you do scriptures at that time, doing memorization, a scripture memorization, a poem and scripture, and then reading aloud, and then like, let's review how to clean our house, or we're going to do the reviewing, and then we're going to do some of this fun school stuff. So just really allocating time to learn those amazing skills, because homeschool gets to be fun when we're not drowning in chaos and we're not drowning in all the craziness of a home, right? So actually allocating time for that. So that was part of the habits, is reviewing the habits you want your kids to have and actually giving it a full day of reviewing. This is how your family does their work. For art, so May is Mother's Day, and I thought it would be really fun to do artist of Mary Cassatt, who has so much beautiful art with mothers and children. And so I thought it'd be really fun to study her. And then for poetry, I've included a ton of beautiful poems about mothers. So you don't even have to buy a book for that one. The poetry is just included. Happy Mother's Day to all of you wonderful women. And then I also did Shel Silverstein because he's fun. And I wanted May to end fun and remember that homeschooling can be amazing and having a good time, and not everything needs to be so serious all the time, that you can just have a good time with that. So some poems I have, some poetry books I have from him. Okay, for science, I also like the whole theme for May is fun and easy, keeping it as simple as humanly possible. So we are going to do nature. And I found some really, really amazing books for nature and nature study and some awesome things like that, that it can just feel really doable and easy of like, let's just go outside. Hopefully where you live, May is a beautiful time of year in your area, but of just having some awesome books to really help you with maybe having a little bit of structure and just getting outside, enjoying nature, and then having some structure to it. And then for history, I found a really good book about nature stories and the history of all of these types of things. And so that will be the fun part for history. And then I just have one book suggestion for your teen. So that way, if they are finishing up with a math book, finishing up with a language arts program, a writing program, or anything like that, that your teen can just kind of have a month to take it easy. So, like I said, that's all in there. I did put in a couple fun, just Mother Day writing activities. I have a scripture, we have a poem for memorization, and like I said, all the beautiful poetry for Mother's Day. But then, if you want to, it's funny. I always thought this was one thing I would have loved is for my kids to create me something like they do at public school for mom. So I thought, why not put it in here? And so it's an all about mom page where if they're old enough, they could fill it out themselves, or if they're young, you could have maybe dad help them fill them out, or if you want to help them fill it out, of just like their thoughts about you. My mom likes this, my mom doesn't like that. Just funny things. I think those things are such treasures to see what your kids say and kind of their perception. It's so fun. So just a lot of fun, easy, simple stuff like that. You can download the whole thing for free. So, like I said, you can go to my new website. It's still the same domain, www.coachmegthomas.com. You can download it there. You can download it from my Instagram. It'll be there at Coach Meg Thomas. And then what else did I say? Oh, in the show notes. So you head on over to any of those things, grab your copy. Happy Mother's Day to you. Make your homeschool fun, easy, simple in May. And let's finish out the year strong. Have an amazing week, friends, and I will talk to you next time.